Jungle. Everyone fears to be the fool in love because we all like our feelings and pretend like we're not emotional. Some people get to some point in the relationship before letting people around them know about it. And with the lot that we've seen on social media these days, which would you think is worse? To be played or to be a player? Hi there, my name is Jumoke and you're welcome onto the show The Vibes on LibraTv. So guys, to be played is actually worse than being a player, because if you're being played, there is this emotional trauma that comes with it, heartbreaks, series of sleepless nights, and so on and so forth. But if you are a player, you feel, okay, I'm the smartest of them all. You're the smart guy, you're the smart miss, and then you won't have this guilt on your end. But if you're the receiver, which you're the person you're being played on, trust me, it is a bad one. It is a bad one. And on my side, if you ask me, I'd prefer to be a player, because I've experienced so many heartbreaks. So many guys actually played on me, played on my intelligence. So now I feel I need to level up things. I need to big up. I need to up my game. And it is my decision. Sorry, I want to be a player. I will prefer to be a player. Because this brings me to a story of my life. And actually, I was being played on by this so-called Mr. Romantic of my life then. You must be wondering why I'm smiling, because it's a very pathetic story. It is the story that touched the heart. Okay, so I carried myself, or I took myself from Ibadan all the way to Lagos just to say hi to my boyfriend. But before then, before I took this decision, everything was rosy, smooth, and you know, we were enjoying the communication thingy. Though I am not the long distance relationship kind of person, but it just happened like that. So I noticed it started like not picking my calls anymore. Things were not going as it used to be anymore. And I feel, oh, okay, let me just show my boyfriend a surprise visit in Lagos. And voila, I get to Lagos. Being that I have extra key to myself, you know, get to the house, see lady stuff all around. I even guess, oh, I feel it might be that one of his cousins or younger sisters came visiting. I shouldn't just judge until he's back from work. And so he got back, and then he was surprised to see me. And the next thing he asked is, what are you doing here? I'm sure you must be wondering what my surprise, as in what would be running through my mind at that point in time. I was shocked. Like, that was like the dumbest question I've heard in years. What was I doing in your house? And then the next thing he said is, he has been meaning to tell me things like blah, blah, blah. This is a new era for another girl. It is over between us. Like, I actually took myself to Lagos to hear the story of my life. He tired me. So really, I was downsized. I was so heartbroken. I had series of sleepless nights, and trust me, I'd had a couple of that, and I wouldn't want to go through that. That's why I prefer to be the player now, because moti wise up, moti elevate. So you cannot come to me and tell me, hey, want to, Ogbeni. If it is not work, it is nothing. So my career is much more important than anything right now. So I would prefer to be a player. You know, as we do on this show, let's go on the street to hear people's opinion about this particular topic. To be played or to be a player, which one is worse? I'll be right back.
To be played on or to be a player. For me, none of it is good enough. I think sincerity is key in relationships. And I think also that relationships are not for babies. So if you're not ready to be committed, if you're not ready to go into it fully, then don't even dabble into it. And when I say maturity now, it's not a thing of age. It doesn't have it's not a question of age. So if you know you're not ready for a relationship, don't just go into it at all. For me, because I don't play people, when I get played on, I look silly. I feel very foolish. So, but that's just an aside to it. Normally, I do not subscribe to any of it. If you're not ready for a relationship, then don't just go into it. Just like a friend of mine will say, he will say being played on or being a player is during singlehood is rehearsal for adultery. So many of us will not like our partners to be cheating on us in marriage. So why lay a foundation for it?
To be played on, no, I can't. It's worse though, yeah, because the emotional heartbreak and stuff like that. But I can't be a player too because it's very, very unhealthy. No, it's something I just can't do.
So why can't you do it?
Why can't I do it? Because it's not me. It's not me. I've never done it. I can't be a player.
So how would you feel if you're being played on?
Heartbroken. And I don't handle heartbreak very well. It really affects me.
To be played upon, to be a player is the worst, because being a player is something that cannot last for a lifetime. You still get busted. Even if you're a player, you still get busted. So, but players, they always think they are smart, but being smart is not. That kind of smartness is a kind of negative smartness rather. So I think when you are being played upon, at least you can't be played upon forever. One day you still get smarter than the person that is playing you. So I think being a player is something that a player doesn't have a future. Because if you are playing a girl, you don't plan to get married, you don't plan to have a future with her, you don't plan anything to be with the person. You just want to live for the certain moment and just dump her for future. So I think being a player does not pay. But when you are being played upon, at least gradually you get to know that the person that you are with is playing you. Because no matter what, there will be a difference between someone that loves you and someone that does not. So I think being a player is the worst. That's just my own opinion.
The question is so funny. I rather say it's funny and it's not funny. To be played or to be rather be a player. I rather be to be played than to be a player, because being a player, you are losing your value and your integrity. Because once people knows you are a player, you are no longer valuable in public. Because once they see you, that guy is a player, and once they call you a player, it's either you are rather a 419 or one thing or the other. So it's good to be a played person than to be a player.
But how would you feel if people play you? Like if they...
Man, I will feel very, very disappointed. I will feel so bad, because for you to play me, that means you don't really like me. So I don't really pray to have someone to play with like that, on that kind of things. Because you being played, that means you are being duped. I believe that person is being duped. So I'm a man of value. So I believe in integrity. So I don't have a reason why I should be played.
The topical matter for discussion today is, which is worse off, being played on or being a player? Well, I feel both are bad, but one thing you should understand is this: if you are being played upon, it has this psychological traumatic experience you might face. It's like you're going 6 feet under. But if you're a player, you're on top of your game, so you could still up your game. Somehow along the line, you might just find a cushion around the line to actually put yourself in the furrow, and you'll be like, I'm a champion bubbler, bring it on, But if you have been played on, my God, you need a hair start. I'll see you when I see you.
I want to give my opinion on either to be played on or probably to be a player, but definitely it will be more painful if I'm being played on, definitely. Nobody wants to be a fool. nobody wants to be on the receiving end of anything that is actually not good. So I think actually the two is actually not good. Definitely, it's always better to be a loyal person, but probably player or be played on is actually in the blood. Like everybody just wants to have a story to tell. So definitely, I wouldn't like to be played on.
Are you saying you've never been a player? You've never played anyone?
Every guy is a player, and most ladies are also players. So definitely, I've been played on. I really don't like it, but it's fun at times, anyways. When you remember those people that played on you, and you're like, wow. So I used to be a fool. So it's cool, but definitely nobody wants it. Nobody likes it. Thank you.
The fact remains that for me, let us cite our relationship, for example. Maybe I have a girlfriend and I love her so dear, like I cherish her. I won't like to be a player to her. Rather, I would prefer that she should play on me. Like, even if she did anything wrong, she will be the one to bear the guilt. And if the words say nobody cares, then that means my conscience will be free. I won't have anything to reason because I feel like my relationship doesn't break through me. So I prefer her being playing on me than me playing on her, to give her odds, like to affect her emotion, making her feel somehow, which can eventually lead to suicide, which I won't like. I prefer her to play on me and I will be seeing her every day rather than me playing on her. I will never see her again. With the little relationship I've went into, a little player, a little being played on. so let me put it that way. I can be a player and they are playing on me. Because I once have a girl, actually I love her. It's not I don't love her, but she traveled away from my geographical area. And where she went, she met with my brother. Eventually she doesn't know that the fellow is my brother. And they agreed to marry each other.
Wow, that's you being played on.
I don't. That is it. I don't have choice, but I just have to take it. She play on me. But okay, let us assume that I am the one that play on her, and we'll be seeing each other. I'll be so bad. I feel bad. Like even I will be depressed because I'm someone that is very emotional. So I won't like it.
I would to be played on or to be played on is worse. I would take it from the angle of friendship, not romantic right now. As a friend, I think to be played on would be worse because I will give a life experience. I have a friend who is very easygoing and very nice. She has kind of friend, but then the kind of friend she attracts because of her easygoing nature is friends that are not real. So now taking it out because she's a very nice person and being played on isn't nice, like even worth it. Okay, so to be played on, I think to play on is the worst thing that can happen to any other person because you're putting your emotions out there, you're putting your friendship out there, your love out there, and being trampled upon isn't okay. I know some people are very, very strong. Some are not as strong as others. So I think if you are a player out there and you think it's cool to be a player, please let's stop it. Let's be one. Let's be real. Let's be real. Thank you.
To be played on or to be a player, which is worse? I think to be played on is actually worse because that's where you have to actually go through all the heart torment and the rest of it. You know, the emotional torment of having to think about being played on, being a fool. It actually makes you scared of actually going into another relationship or stuff like that. So I think that's actually the worst because being a player actually is the fun part of it to some extent, but being played on is actually, it's not cool. I think that's the worst. Thank you very much.
To be played on is worse. And then being a player, you're playing on someone's emotion and you actually don't care about what the person feels on the other hand, but when you are being played upon and you feel bad, and even yourself you feel, oh my God, is this how it is, how it feels, and you feel so baffled, so pained when you are being played upon. But when you are a player, you know what you are doing, your conscience is not ruling you, you feel it's cool, I can actually do something. It's all the person that is the person at the receiving end that at least feels so kind of disturbed, exactly, when it comes to relationship.
So So this brings us to the end of the show for today. You know I would like to read your comments and opinion on social media. It's at LibraTv on Instagram and Facebook, and you can follow me, your baby girl, at JMK11 on Instagram as well. Till next week, it's the vibes on LibraTv. I love you guys. Bye.